Good morning, Spy. Yeah, good morning. Let me make my uh, camera a little bit bigger. Okay, you don't need to be that dramatic. Spike. All right. Happy Easter, everyone. Chapter 8. And the, and the Lord said unto Joshua, Fear not, neither be thou dismayest. Take all the people of war with thee, and arise, go up to AIC. I have given into thy hand the king of I, but it looks like AI, but I'm just going to say I, and his people, in his city, in his land, and thou shalt do to I and her king as thou didst unto Jericho and her king, only the spoil thereof, and the cattle thereof shall you take for a prey on unto yourselves. Lay ye an ambush for the city behind it. So Joshua arose, all the people of war, to go up against Ai. And Joshua chose out 30,000 mighty men of valor, and sent them away by night, and he commanded them, saying, Behold, ye shall lie in wait against the city, even behind the city. Go not very far from the city, but be ye already. And I and all the people that are with me will approach unto the city, and it shall come to pass when they come out against us, as at the first that we will flee before them. For they will come out after us till we have drawn them from the city, for they will say they flee before us, as at the first, therefore we will flee before them. That ye shall rise up from the ambush and seize upon the city, for the Lord your God will deliver it into your hand. And it shall be when ye have taken the city that ye shall set the city on fire, according to the commandment of the Lord shall ye do see. I have commanded you. Joshua therefore sent them forth, and they went to lie in ambush, abode between Bethel and Ai, on the west side of Ai. But Joshua lodged that night among the people, and Joshua rose up early in the morning and numbered the people, and went up he and the elders of Israel before the people to Ai. And And all the people, even the people of war that were with him, went up and drew nigh and came before the city and pitched on the north side of Ai. Now there was a valley between them and Ai. And he took about 5,000 men and set them to lie in ambush between Bethel and Ai on the west side of the city. And when they had set the people, even all the host that was on the north of the city in their lair and wait on the west of the city. Joshua went that night into the midst of the valley. And it came to pass when the king of Ai saw it that they hasted and rose up early, and the men of the city went out against Israel to battle, he and all his people at a time appointed before the plain. But he wist not that there were liars and ambush against him behind the city. And Joshua and all the Israel made as if they were beaten, before them and fled by the way of the wilderness. And all the people that were in Ai were called together to pursue after them. And they pursued after Joshua and were drawn away from the city. And there was not a man left in Ai and Bethel that went not out after Israel, and they left the city open and pursued after Israel. And the Lord said unto Joshua, stretch out the spear that is in thy hand toward Ai, for I will give it into thine hand. And Joshua stretched out the spear that he had in his hand toward the city, and the ambush arose quickly out of their place. They ran as soon as he had stretched out his hand, and they entered into the city and took it, and hasted and set the city on fire. And when the men of Ai looked behind them, they saw, and behold, the smoke of the city ascended up to heaven, and they had no power to flee this way or that way. And the people that fled to the wilderness turned back upon the pursuers. And when Joshua and all Israel saw that the ambush had taken the city, that the smoke of the city ascended, and they turned against and slew the man of Ai. And the other issued out of the city against them, so they were in the midst of Israel, some on this side and some on that side, and they smote them so that they let none of them remain or escape. And the king of Ai they took alive and brought him to Joshua. And it came to pass when Israel had made an end of slaying all the inhabitants of Ai, and all in in the field in the wilderness wherein they chased them, and when they were all fallen on the edge of the sword until they were consumed, that all the Israelites returned unto Ai and smote it with the edge of the sword. And so it was that all that fell that day, both of men and women, were 12,000, even all the men of Ai. For Joshua drew not his hand back wherewith he stretched out the spear until he had utterly destroyed all the inhabitants of Ai. Only the cattle and the spoil of that city Israel took for prey unto themselves, according unto the word of the Lord which he commanded Joshua. And Joshua burnt Ai and made it an heap forever, even a desolation unto this day. And the king of Ai he hanged on a tree until eventide, and as soon as the sun was down, Joshua commanded that they should take his carcass down from the tree and cast it at the entering of the gate of the city, and raise thereon a great heap of stones that remaineth unto this day. Then Joshua built an altar unto the Lord God of Israel in the Mount Ebal, as Moses the servant of the Lord commanded the children of Israel, as it is written in the book of the law of Moses, an altar of whole stones, over which no man has left up any iron. And they offered thereon a burnt offering unto the Lord, and sacrificed peace offerings. And he wrote there upon the stones a copy of the law of Moses, which he wrote in the presence of the children of Israel. And all the Israel and their elders and officers and their judges stood on this side the ark, and on that side before the priest. The Levites which bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord, as well the stranger as he that was born among them, half of them over against Mount Gerizim, and half of them over against Mount Ebal, as Moses the servant of the Lord had commanded before, that they should bless the people of Israel. And afterward he read all the words of the law, the blessings and cursings, according to all that is written in the book of the law. There was not a word of all that Moses commanded which Joshua bread not before all the congregation of Israel, which the women and the little ones and the strangers that were covered among them. Chapter 9. And it came to pass when all the kings which were on this side Jordan, in the hills and in the valleys, and all coast, the great sea over against Lebanon, the Hittite and the Ammonites and the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites heard that they gathered themselves together to fight with Joshua and with Israel with one accord. And when the inhabitants of Gibeon heard that Joshua had done unto Jericho and to Ai, they did work willingly and went and made as if they had been ambassadors, and took old sacks upon their asses and wine bottles, old and rent and bound up. The old shoes they clouted upon their feet, and old garments upon them, and all the bread of their provisions was dry and moldy. And they went to Joshua unto the camp at Gilgal, and said unto him and to the men of Israel, We be come from a far country now, therefore make ye a league with us. And the men of Israel said unto the Hivites, Heard of Victor, ye dwell among us, and how shall we make a league with you? And they said unto Joshua, We are thy servants. And Joshua said unto them, Who are ye, and from whence come ye? And they said unto him, From a very far country thy servants are come, because of the name of the Lord thy God, for we have heard the fame of him and all that he did in Egypt, and, and all that he did to the kings of the Amorites that were beyond Jordan, to Sihon king of Heshbon, and to the Og king of Bashan, which was at Ashtaroth. Wherefore our elders and all the inhabitants of our country spoke to us, saying, Take victuals with you for the journey, and go to meet them, and say unto them, We are your servants, therefore now make ye a league with us. This our bread we took hot for our provisions out of our houses on this day, houses on the day we came forth to go unto you, but now behold, it is dry and it is moldy. And these bottles of wine which we filled were new, and behold, they be rent, and these our garments and our shoes are become old by reason of the very long journey. And the men took of their victuals and asked not counsel at the mouth of the Lord. And Joshua made peace with them and made a league with them to let them live. And the prince of the congregation swore unto them. It came to pass at the end of 3 days after they had made a league with them, that they heard that they were their neighbors, and that they dwelt among them. And the children of Israel journeyed and came unto their cities on the third day. Now their cities were Gibeon, and Chephra, and Beerah, and Kirjathjearim. The children of Israel smote them not, because the prince of the congregation had sworn unto them by the Lord God of Israel, and all the congregation murmured against the prince. But all the prince said unto all the congregation, We have sworn unto them by the Lord God of Israel. Now therefore we may not touch them. This we will do to them. We will even let them live, lest wrath be upon us because of the oath which we swore unto them. The prince said unto them, let them live, but let them be stewards of the wood and drawers of water unto all the congregation, as the prince had promised him. Joshua called for them, and he spoke unto them, saying, wherefore have ye beguiled us, saying, we are very far from you, when ye dwell among us? Now therefore ye are cursed, and there shall none of you be freed from being bondmen, the hewers of the woods and drawers of water for the house of my God. And they answered Joshua and said, because it was certainly told thy servant, oh my God, Spike, thy God commanded his servants Moses to give you all the land and to destroy all the inhabitants of the land from before you. Therefore we were sore afraid of our lives because of you, and have done this thing. And now behold, we are in thine hands, as it seemeth good and right unto thee to do unto us do. And so did he unto them, and delivered them out of the hand of the children of Israel, that they slew them not. And Joshua made them that day hewers of wood and drawers of water for the congregation and for the altar of the Lord, even unto this day, in the place which he should choose. Chapter 10. Now it came to pass when Adoniram, the king of Jerusalem, had heard how Joshua had taken Ai and had utterly destroyed it, as he had done to Jericho and her king, so he had done to Ai, her king, and how the inhabitants of Gibeon had made peace with Israel and were among them, that they feared greatly, because Gibeon was a great city, as one of the royal cities, and because it was greater than Ai, and all the men thereof were mighty. Wherefore Adon Zedek, king of Jerusalem, sent unto Hoham, king of Hebron, and unto Param, king of Jerma, and unto Japhia, king of Lachish, and unto Deber, king of Eglon, saying, come up unto me, and help me, that we may smite Gibeon, for it hath made peace with Joshua, and with the children of Israel. Therefore the 5 kings of the Amorites, the king of Jerusalem, king of Hebron, the king of Jarma, king of Lachish, the king of Eglon, gathered themselves together and went up, lay all their hosts in the camp before Gibeon, and made war against it. And the men of Gibeon sent unto Joshua to the camp to Gilgal, saying, slack not thy hand from thy servant, come up to us quickly to save us and help us, for all the kings of Amorites that dwell in the mountains are gathered together against us. So Joshua ascended from Gilgal, he and all the people of war with him, and all the mighty men of valor. And the Lord said unto Joshua, fear them not, for I have delivered them into thine hand. Stand before thee. Joshua therefore came unto them suddenly, and went up from Gilgal, and all night the Lord discomfited them before Israel, and slew them was a great slaughter at Gibeon, and chased them along the way that goeth up to Rezron, and smote them to Izgaz and unto Makkedah. And it came to pass as they fled from before Israel and were in the going down to Bethron, that the Lord cast down great stones from heaven upon them unto Ezekah, and they died. They were more which died with hailstones, that they whom the children of Israel slew with the sword, and spoke thence. Then spake Joshua to the Lord in the day when the Lord delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel, and he said, the sight of Israel, sun, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and thou moon in the valley of Aljon. The sun stood still, and the moon stayed until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies. Is not this written in the book of Jasher? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven, and hastened not go down about a whole day. There was not a day like that before it break back. Click the wrong button. All right. Mhm. I don't know where I'm at now. I'm just going to pick a spot because I'm not going to read this whole part all over again. Them the very great slaughter till they were consumed, that the rest which remain of them entered into the fenced cities. All the people returned to the camp to Joshua. Magada and the peace none moved his tongue against any of the children of Israel. And said Joshua, open the mouth of the cave and bring out those 5 kings unto me out of the cave. And they did so, and brought forth those 5 kings unto him out of the cave, the king of Jerusalem, the king of Hebron, the king of Jarmah, the king of Lachish, and the king of Eglon. And it came to pass, when they brought out those kings unto Joshua, that Joshua called for all the men of Israel, and said unto the captains of the men of war, which went with him, come near, put your feet upon the necks of these kings. And they came near and put their foot they came near and put their feet upon the necks of them. And Joshua said unto them, fear not, nor be dismayed. Be strong and of good courage, for thus shall the Lord do to all your enemies against whom ye fight. Afterward Joshua smote them, and slew them, and hanged them on 5 trees, and they were hanging upon the trees until the evening. And it came to pass at the time of the going down of the Cordell, welcome, and happy Easter. After this stream, I'll take a picture of their toys, and I'll show you where I'm gonna place it at for Rex and Spike. Yeah. the son that Joshua commanded, and they took them down of the tree and cast them into the cave where they had been hid. Um, 8 o'clock. You down for Eastbound Down at 8 o'clock? Had been hid and laid great stones in the cave's mouth, which remain until this very day. All right. And that day Joshua took Makkedah and smote it with the edge of the sword, and the king thereof. He utterly destroyed them and all the souls that were therein. He let none remain, and he did to the king Makkedah as he did unto the king of Jericho. Then Joshua passed from Makkedah, and all the Israel was him. And Lebanon fought against Lebanon, and the Lord delivered it. Also the king thereof into the hand of Israel. And he's all right. You have a good day at work today. And the Lord delivered also the king thereof into the hands of Israel, and he smote it with the edge of the sword, and all the souls that were in he let none remain in it, but did unto the king thereof as he did unto the king of Jericho. And Joshua passed from Lebanon and all Israel, which him unto Lachish, and camped against it, and fought against it. And the Lord delivered Lachish into the hand of Israel, which took it on the second day, and smote it with the edge of the sword. And all the souls that were therein, according to all that he had done to Lebanon. Then Haram king of Gezer came up to help Lachish, and Joshua smote him and his people until he had left none remaining. And from Lachish Joshua passed on to Eglon, all the Israel with him, and they camped against it and fought against it, and they took it on that day. And smote it with the edge of the sword, and all the souls that were therein he utterly destroyed that day, according to all that he had done to Lachish. And Joshua went up from Eglon, and all Israel with him, unto Hebron, and they fought against it. And they took it and smote it with the edge of the sword, and the king thereof, and all the cities thereof, and all the souls that were therein. He left none remaining, according to all that he had done to Eglon, but destroyed it utterly, and all the souls that were in. And Joshua returned, and all Israel with him, Heber, and fought against it. And he took it, and the king thereof, and all the cities thereof, and they smote them with the edge of the sword, and utterly destroyed all the souls that were therein. He left none remaining. He had done to Hebron, so he did to Neber and the king thereof. So he had done also to Libnah and to her king. So Joshua smote all the countries of the hills and of the south, and of the vale, and of the springs, and all their kings. He left none remaining, but utterly destroyed all that breath, as the Lord God of Israel commanded. And Joshua smote them from Kadesh Barnea even unto Gaza, and all the country of Goshen, even unto Gibeon. And all these kings and their land did Joshua take at one time, because the Lord God of Israel fought for Israel. And Joshua returned, and all Israel with him unto the camp to Gilgal. Oh, that's chapter 11. Stretch real quick. Chapter 11. And it came to pass when Jabin king of Hazor, had heard those things, that he sent to Jabal, king of Madon, and to the king of Shemaron, and to the king of Asha, and to the kings that were on the north of the mountains and of the plains south of Shinar, in the valley and in the borders of Dor on the west, and to the Canaanite on the east, and on the west, and to the Amorite, and the Hittite, and the Perizzite, and the Jebusite, in the mountain, and to the Hivite under Hermon, in the land of Mitzvah. And they went out, they and all their hosts with them, much people, even as the sand that is upon the sea shore, in multitude, with horses and chariots very many. And when all of these kings were met together, they came and pitched together at the water of Merom to fight against Israel. And the Lord said unto Joshua, Be not afraid because of them, for tomorrow about this time will I deliver them up all slain before Israel. Thou shalt howl their horses and burn their chariots with fire. So Joshua came, and all the people of war with him against them by the waters of Merom suddenly, and they fell upon them. And the Lord delivered them into the hand of Israel, who smote them and chased them unto great Zidon, unto Mizpah Main, and unto the valley of Mizpah eastward, and they smote them unto them until they left them none remaining. And Joshua did unto them as the Lord bade him. He houghed their horses and burnt their chariots with fire. And Joshua at that time turned back and took Hazor and smote the king thereof with the sword of Hazor before time was head of all those kingdoms. And they smote all the souls that were therein with the edge of the sword, utterly destroying them. There was not any left to breathe. And he burnt Hazor with fire. And all the cities of those kings and all the kings of them did Joshua take and smote them with the edge of the sword, and he utterly destroyed them as Moses, the servant of the Lord, commanded. But as for the cities that stood still in their strength, Israel burned none of them, save Hazar only that did Joshua burn, and all the spoil of these cities and the cattle the children of Israel took for a prey unto them themselves, but every man they smote with the edge of the sword unto they had destroyed them, neither left they any to breathe. As the Lord commanded Moses his servant, so did Moses command Joshua, so did Joshua, he left nothing undone of all that the Lord commanded Moses. So Joshua took all that land, the hills, and all the south country, and all the land, Goshen, and the valley, and the plain, in the mountain of Israel, and the valley of Sain, even from the Mount Halak that goeth up to Seir, even unto Baal-gad, in the valley of Lebanon, under Mount Hermon, and all their kings he took, and smote them, and slew them. Joshua made war a long time with all those kings. There was not a city that made peace with the children of Israel, save the Hivites, the inhabitants of Gibeon, all other they took in battle. For it was of the Lord to harden their hearts, that they should come against Israel in the battle, that he might destroy them utterly, and that they might have no favor, but that he might destroy them as the Lord commanded Moses. At that time came Joshua and cut off the Anakims from the mountains, from Hebron, from Deber, from Anabah, and from all the mountains of Judah and from all the mountains of Israel, Joshua destroyed them utterly with their cities. There was none of the Anakims left in the land of the children of Israel, only in Gaza and Gath and Ashdod there remained till Joshua took the whole land according to all that the Lord said unto Moses, and Joshua gave it for an inheritance unto Israel, according to their division by their tribes, and the land rested from war. Chapter 12. Now these are the kings of the land which the children of Israel smote and possessed their land on the other side of Jordan, toward the rising of the sun from the river Arnon unto Mount Hermon, and all the plain on the east. Sihon king of the Amorites, who dwelt in Heshbon, and ruled from Aroer, which is upon the bank of the river Arnon, and from the middle of the river, and from half Galilee even unto the river Jabbok, which is the border of the children of Ammon, and from the plain to the sea Shinerah on the east, and unto the sea of the plain, even the salt sea on the east, the way the Beth Joshua, and from south under Ashtos, Hezbon, and the coast of Og, king of Bashan, which was of the remnant of the giants that dwell at Astra and at Idro, and reigned in Mount Hermon and Salcah and in all Bashan onto the border of the Geshurites and the Machachites and half Galilee, the border of Sin king Heshbon. Them did Moses the servant of the Lord and the children of Israel smite, and Moses the servant of the Lord gave it for a possession unto the Reubenites and Gadites and the half tribe of Manasseh. And these are the kings of the country which Joshua and the children of Israel smote on this side Jordan on the west from Baalgad in the valley of Lebanon, even unto the Mount Halak that goeth up the Seir, which Joshua gave unto the tribe of Israel for a possession according to their divisions. Oh my goodness. In the mountains and in the valleys and in the plains and in the springs and the wilderness and in the south country, the Hittites, the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, the king of Jericho one, king of Ai, which beside Bethel one. The king of Jerusalem one, the king of Hebron one, the king of Jerma one, the king of Lachish one, the king of Elgon one, the king of Gazer one, the king of Debir one, the king of Geder one, the king of Hormah one, the king of Arad one, the king of Lebna one, the king of Adam one, the king of Makda one, the king of Bethel one, the king of Tapa one, the king of Hefer one, the king of Aphek one, the king of Lasharon one, the king of Madon one, the king of Hazor one, the king of Shemron Maron one, the king of Aphra one, the king of Tanak one, the king of Megiddo one, the king of Kadesh one, the king of Jokneam of Carmel one, the king of Dor in the coasts of Dor one, the king of nations of Gilgal one, king of Tirzah one, all the kings 30 and one. I gotta take a picture of this. All right. Chapter 13. Now Joshua was old and stricken in years, and the Lord said unto him, Thou art old and stricken in years, and there remaineth yet very much land to be possessed. This is the land that yet remaineth, all the borders of the Philistine and all the Geshuri from Sihor, which is before Egypt, even unto the borders of Ekron northward, which is counted to the Canaanites, 5 lords of the Philistines, the Gazhites and the Ashadites, the Eshcolites and the Gigatites and the Ercognites, also the Avites. From the south, all the land of the Canaanites and Merah, that is beside the Sedonites, unto Aphok, to the borders of the Amorites, the land and the land of the Gigalites, all the Lebanon towards sun rising from God onto the Mount Hermon, onto the entering into Hamath, all the inhabitants of the hill country, from Lebanon onto Methbah-maim, and all the Sinims will I drive out from before the children of Israel, only divided out it by lot unto the Israelites for inheritance, as I commanded thee. Now, therefore divided this land for an inheritance unto the 9 tribes, and the half tribe of Manasseh, which with whom the Reubenites and the Gadites have received their inheritance, which Moses gave them beyond Jordan, eastward, even as Moses the servant of the Lord gave them. From Orah that is upon the bank of the river Arnon, and the city that is in the midst of the river, and all the plain of Medeba unto Dibon, all the cities of Sihon king of the Amorites, which reigned in Heshbon unto the border of the children of Ammon, and the Gilead in the border of the Jeshurites and Maachirites, in all Mount Hermon, and all Bashan unto Salcah, all the kingdom of Og, Bashan which reigned in Asra and Edrei, who remained of the remnant of giants, for these did Moses smite and cast them out. Nevertheless, children of Israel expelled not the Geshurites nor the Mechacites, but the Geshurites and the Mechacites dwell among the Israelites unto this day. Only unto the tribe of Levi he gave none inheritance, the sacrifice of the Lord God of Israel, made by fire, are their inheritance, as he said unto them. And Moses gave unto the tribe of the children of Reuben an inheritance according to their families. I'll be right back. And her coast was from Aram, that is on the bank of the river Arnon, in the city that is in the midst of the river, and all the plain by Medeba. Heshbon and all their cities are in the plain, Debon and Bethbabal and Bethwalmon, Jahaza and Kidamah and Mizpah and the Kurtzimpai and Seminah and Ekron and the mount of the valley in Beth Peor, Ashtos, Pigal and Beth Jeshimah, and all the cities of the plain, and all the kingdoms of Sihon king, of the Amorites which reigned in Heshbon whom Moses smote. Which the prince Midian, Evi and Rechem and Zur and Hur and Reba, which were dukes of Sihon dwelling in the country. Balaam also the son of Beor, the soothsayer, did the children of Israel slay with the sword among them that were slain by them. In the border of the children Reuben was Jordan, in the borders of this was the inheritance of the children of Reuben after their families, the cities, and the villages thereof. And Moses gave inheritance unto the tribe of Gad, even unto the children of Gad, according to their families. And their coast was Jazer, and all the cities of Galilee, and half the land of the children of Ammon, unto Ar, that is before Rabbah, and from Heshbon unto Ramas, Mespeh, and the Betama, and from Maham unto borders of Deber, and in the valley Beth Aram, and Beth Nemrah, and Sakos, Saphon, the rest of the kingdom of Sihon king of Heshbon, Jordan, and its border, even unto the edge of the sea of Chenneres. On the other side, Jordan eastward, this is the inheritance of the children of Gad after their families, the cities and their villages, and Moses gave inheritance unto the half of the tribe of Manasseh. This was the possession of half tribe of the children of Manasseh by their families. And their coast was from Mahanaim, all Bashan, all the kingdom of all king of Bashan, and all the towns of Jair, which are in Bashan's 80 cities. And half Galilee, and Asphar, every city of the kingdom of Og and Bashan, were pertaining unto the children of Machir, the son of Masha, even to one half of the children of Machir by their families. These are the countries which Moses did distribute for inheritance in the plains of Moab, on the other side Jordan, by Jericho eastward, but unto the tribe of Levi. Moses gave not any inheritance. The Lord God of Israel was their inheritance, as he said unto them. Chapter 14. And these are the countries which the children of Israel inherited in the land of Canaan, which Eleazar the priest and Joshua the son of Nun and the herd and the heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel distributed for inheritance to them. By a lot was their inheritance, as the Lord commanded by the hand of Moses for the 9 tribes and for the half tribe. For Moses had given the inheritance of 2 tribes and half tribe on the other side Jordan. But unto the Levites he gave none inheritance among them. For the children of Joshua were 2 tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim. Therefore they gave no part unto the Levites in the land, save cities to dwell in with their suburbs for their cattle and for their substance. As the Lord commanded Moses, So the children of Israel did, and they divided the land. Then the children of Judah came unto Joshua and Gilgal, and Caleb, the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite, said unto him, Thou knowest the thing that the Lord said unto Moses, the man of God, concerning me and thee in Kadesh Barnea. 40 years old was I when Moses, the servant of the Lord, sent me from Kadesh Barnea to empty out the land, and I brought him word again, as it was in thine heart. Nevertheless, my brethren that went up with me made the heart of the people melt, but I wholly followed the Lord my God. And Moses swore on that day, saying, Surely the land whereon thy feet have trodden shall be thine inheritance, and thy children forever, because thou hast wholly followed the Lord my God. And now behold, the Lord hath kept me alive, as he said, these 45 years, even since the Lord spoke this word unto Moses, while the children of Israel wandered in the wilderness. And now, lo, I am this day 85 years old, as yet I am as strong this day as I was in the day that Moses sent me, as my strength was then. Even so is my strength now for war, both to go out and to come in. Now therefore give me this mountain whereof the Lord spoke in that day, for thou heardest in that day how the Anakims were there, and that the cities were great and fenced. If so be the Lord will be with me, then I shall be able to drive them out, as the Lord said. And Joshua blessed them. And gave unto Caleb the son of Jephunneh Hebron for inheritance. Hebron therefore became the inheritance of Caleb the son of Jephunneh Kenizzite unto this day, because that he wholly followed the Lord God of Israel. And the name of Hebron before was Keras Arba, which Arba was a great man among the Anakims, and the land had rest from war. Chapter 15. This then was the lot of the tribe of the children of Judah, of their families, even to the border of Edom, the wilderness of Zin. Southward was the uttermost part of the south coast, and their south border was from the shore of the salt sea, from the bay that looketh southward, and went out to the south side of Mala Acharim, and passed along to Zin, and ascended up on the south side onto Kadesh Barnea, and passed along Hezron, and went up to Ador, and fetched a compass the Karka from thence it passed toward Aswan, and went out onto the river of Egypt, and the goings out of that coast were at the sea. This shall be your south coast. And the east border was the salt sea, even unto the end of Jordan, and their border in the north quarter was from the bay of the sea at the uttermost part of Jordan. And the border went up to Beth Horon, and passed along by the north of Beth Arab, and the border went up to the stone of Bohan the son of Reuben. And the border went up towards Dipper, from the valley of Akar, and so northward, looking for Gilgal, that is before going up to Adam, which is on the south side of the river, and the border passed toward the waters of Ensham, and the going out thereof were at Enderod. And the border went up by the valley of the son of Hemon unto the south side of Jebusites. The same is Jerusalem, And the border went up to the top of the mountain that was before the valley of Hinnom westward, which is at the end of the valley of the giants northward. And the border was drawn from the top of the hill onto the fountain of the water Nephtoah. It went out to the cities of Mount Ephron, and the border was drawn to Bala, which is Kirjath Jearim. And the border compass from Bala westward onto Mountain Seir and passed along onto the side of Mount Jearim, which is Chertham on the north side, and went down to Bethshema and passed on to Timnah. And the border went out onto the side of Ephron northward, and the border was drawn to Shokron and passed along to Mount Bala and went out onto Jabneel. And the going out of the border were at the sea. The west border was to the great sea and the coast thereof. This is the coast of the children of Judah, round about according to their families. On to Caleb the son of Jephunneh he gave a part among. The children of Judah, according to the commandment of the Lord to Joshua, even the city of Arba, the father of Anak, which city is Hebron. And Caleb drove thence the three sons of Anak, Shethai, and Arman, and Talmai, the children of Anak, and he went up thence to inhabitant a Dapur, in the name of they were before with Kirkoth Saphir. And Caleb said, He that smiteth Kirkoth Saphir, and taketh it to him, will I give Osnath my daughter to wife. So Osnath, the son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb, took it, and he gave him Osnath his daughter to wife. And it came to pass, as she came unto him, that she moved him to ask of her father a field, and she lighted off her ass. And Caleb said unto her, What wouldest thou? To answer, Give me a blessing, for thou hast given me a southland. Southland, give me also a spring of water. He gave her the upper springs and another spring. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Judah, according to their families. In the uttermost city of cities of the tribe of the children of Judah, toward the coast of Edom, southward was Kabzeel and Eder and Jaguar, and Kenes and Demah and Ida, Kadesh and Hazor and Esman Zephon and Talma and Eloth and Hazar, Hadas and Halas and Harzon, which is Hazar, Ammon, Shema, and Molad, and Hazar Gadal, and Heshmon and Bethsapah, Hazar Shalah, and Beersheba, and Best, I don't even know how to say that name, Bizjothjah. I don't even know how to say that. Bala, and Lim, and Asma, and Etolad, and Chelsea, and Horzma, and Ziklag, and Madamana, and Santana, and Lepthos, and Shoham, and Ain, and Remnant, and all the cities are 29 with their villages. In the valley, and in the valley, Esra, Dora, and Ashna, and Dana, and Gadam, Kappa, and Enam, Jorma, and Adalam, Sarkos, and Estek, and Shurim, and Edisheim, and Gederath, and Gederathim, 14 cities with their villages, Zenon, Hadash, and Melgadah, and Dalim, Mezpah, and Joktil, Lachis, and Boxas, and Elgon, and Kaban, and Lahanam, and Kiltish, so many names, and Gederos, Best Dagon, and Naaman, and Makkedah, 16 cities with their villages. Lebanon, Ezar, and Ashton, and Jephthah, and Ashna, and Nezib, and Kalas, Asra, and Markash, 9 cities with their villages. Ekron was her towns and her villages. From Ekron even onto the sea, all that lay near Ashdod was their village. Ashdod was her towns and her villages. Gaza was her towns and her villages. Onto the river of Egypt, in the great sea and the border thereof. And in the mountains Shamir, and Jatir, Sokah, and Dana, and Kurs Jozer, which is Eber, and Anava, Estema, and Goshen, and Holland, and Galas, 11 cities with their villages. Arab, Daman, Eshtanon, and Jonan, and Beth Tapah, and Abdon, and Humatas, Kercharab, which is Hebron, and Zir, 9 cities with their villages. Manon, Carmel, and Zippah, and Jutaz, and Jezreel, and Jokdam, and Janon. Cain, Geba, and Timnah, 10 cities with their villages. Allah, Bezer, Gidar, and Maron, and Besna, and Elkon, 6 cities with their villages. Kerjabal, which is Kerjabim, and Rabbah, 2 cities with their villages. In the wilderness, Beth Ram, Medan, Sturkos, and Nephshon, in the city of Salt and Angrid, 6 cities with their villages. As for the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the children of Judah could not drive them out, but the Jebusites dwell with the children of Judah at Jerusalem unto this day. All right. You know what? Let's just read one more chapter. Chapter 16. And a lot of the children of Joseph fell from Jordan by Jericho unto the water of Jericho, on the east to the wilderness that goes up from Jericho throughout Mount Bethel, and goes out and goes out from Bethel to Luz, and passes along unto the border of Archi to Altaros, and goes down westward to coast of Japali unto the coast of Bethhoron. Neither in the Gazer and the goings out thereof are at the sea. So the children of Joseph, Manasseh and Ephraim, took their inheritance in the border of the children of Ephraim according to their families, was thus even the border of their inheritance. On the east side was Altarat Adar unto Bethhoron. The upper in the border went out toward the sea of Meshmanah. On the north side in the border went about eastward unto Tanahashah, and passed by it on the east to Janah. And it went down from Janah to Altaras and to Norah. It came to Jericho and went out of Jordan. Went out at Jordan. The border went out from Tapua westward unto the river Cana, and the goings out thereof were at the sea. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Ephraim by their families in the Ephraim cities. For the children of Ephraim were among the inheritance of the children of Manasseh. All the cities were their villages, and they drave not out of the Canaanites that dwell in Gezer, but the Canaanites dwell among the Ephraimites unto this day, and serve under tribe. All right. Going to call it here. I hit my 1 hour mark. We will be doing chapter 17 next Sunday. Yeah, I like to very appreciate every single one of y'all popping in, talking, watching. I will be doing Resident Evil 3 tomorrow. And I'll probably say that's it. I hope everyone have a great Easter. Hope everyone have a great day and a great night. And I'll see y'all next time.
farmer and a teacher, a hooker and a preacher, riding on a midnight bus bound for Mexico. One was headed for vacation, one for higher education, and two of them were searching for lost souls. That driver never ever saw the stop sign, and 18-wheelers can't stop on a dime. There are free wooden crosses on the right side of the highway,